The people who thought they had blocked your progress are watching events unfold in ways they cannot explain. What they expected to destroy you is no longer working. What they thought would stop you has lost its power. The outcome is that your victory will become visible, and those who oppose you will be left wondering how you moved forward when everything seems against you. You are standing in a season where confusion is entering in the camp of those who expected your downfall. Hallelujah, child of God. Your enemies are confused. The people who expected your life to move in one direction can no longer understand what they are seeing. They were they were sure they had figured you out. They believed they knew how you would react to pressure, disappointment, reject, and loss. They watched your difficult moment and quietly decided that your story was already finished. Some even spoke about you as if your future had already been decided. They expected you to stay stuck in the same place, carrying the same pain, making the same mistake, and struggling with the same problem. What they did not expect was for you to keep moving forward when everything around you suggested that you give up. That was the time when people looked at your situation and felt confident that you would never recover. They saw doors that closed in front of you. They saw opportunities that slipped away. They saw relationship that ended. They saw moments when you felt alone and misunderstood. For from the other side, they looked like everything was working against you while you were trying to find your footing. Others were already writing the end of your story in their minds. They expected disappointment to defeat you. They expected setbacks to become your permanent reality. They thought the pressure would eventually break your spirit. What confused them was not the fact that you survived. What confused them was the fact that you kept growing. They expected your confidence to disappear, yet started yet you started believing in yourself again. They expected you to become bitter, yet you learned to protect your peace. They expected your energy to be drained by every problem, yet you found new reasons to keep going. The version of you they predicted never appeared. Instead, they began seeing someone who was becoming stronger through experience and wiser through every challenges. Many people only understand success when it follows a simple path. They understand progress when everything goes according to plan. What they what they struggle to understand is how someone can continue rising after facing disappointment, after disapproval. They cannot explain how you still smile after carrying heavy burdens. They cannot understand why every attempt to discourage you seems to push you towards something better. They keep looking for the reason behind your progress. They are searching in the wrong place. The answer is that the answer is that you decided not to let difficult moments decide who you are or who you will become. Some people thought silence meant defeat. When you stopped, when you stopped arguing, they assume you had nothing left to say. When you stopped defending yourself, they assume the accusation were true. When you stepped away from unnecessary drama, they thought you were running away. They did not realize that you were saving your energy for something more important. While they were focused on talking about you, you were focused on improving your life. While they were waiting for your downfall, you were building a future they will never expect to see. The confusion grew when the things meant to discourage you started losing their power. The circumstances that once hurt you no longer controlled your emotions. The rejections that once kept you awake at night no longer determined your worth. The opinions that once made you doubt yourself no longer carry the same weight. People who wanted to see you break became frustrated because their expectations were not matched. Reality kept waiting for you to collapse under pressure, but every season revealed a person who had learned something valuable from every setback. The reason they are confused is because they build their expectation around your worst moment instead of your true potential. They looked at temporal struggle and treated them as permanent condition. They looked at one chapter and assumed they had read the entire book. They focused on where you were instead of where you are going. Because of that, every improvement in your life feels unexpected to them. Every achievement forced them to question the assumption they had made about you. Every step every step forward reminds them that they never really understood your struggle. What makes this even harder for them to understand is that you did not become stronger overnight. Your growth came through experience that most people never saw. It came through difficult mornings when you had to encourage yourself. It came through moments when nobody was cheering for you. It came through decisions that required patience, discipline, and self control. Many only notice the result, they rarely see the effort that creates those results. That is why your progress looks sudden to them, even though it took a long time to build. The people who doubted you expected a predictable outcome. They expected your story to end where you were struggling began instead. They expected your story to end where your struggle began. Instead, they are watching someone who refused to stay defeated by circumstances. They are watching someone who continued learning, adapting, and growing even when nobody believed it was possible. The picture they created for your future no longer matches reality, and that is why they are confused. The same people who expected your failure are being forced to witness your progress. The same voices that question your future no longer understand how far you have come. You are not where you used to be, and you are not becoming the person they expected. Every step forward is proving that their prediction were wrong. Your story is moving in a direction they never saw coming, and that confusion will continue because your best days are still ahead of you. Like the saying goes, the best is yet to come. Stay blessed and God bless you.